Washington. Moving forward with its mass deportation strategy, President Donald Trump's administration announced on Monday that it will offer $1,000 to immigrants residing in the United States illegally if they choose to return to their home country voluntarily. The Department of Homeland Security stated in a news release that it will also cover travel expenses. Additionally, individuals using an application called CBP Home to inform the government of their intention to return home will be deprioritized for detention and removal by immigration enforcement. Secretary Kristi Noem emphasized that self-deportation is the safest and most cost-effective way for those residing illegally in the U.S. to avoid arrest. She stated, DHS is now offering illegal aliens financial travel assistance and a stipend to return to their home country through the CBP Home app. The department has already funded a plane ticket for one migrant to return to Honduras from Chicago and has booked more tickets for this week and next. This initiative is a significant component of Trump's administration. Immigration enforcement and the mass deportation of immigrants residing illegally in the United States were central themes of his campaign, and he is implementing these policies during the initial months of his administration. However, this endeavor is costly and resource-intensive. While the Republican administration is requesting a substantial increase in resources for the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Department responsible for removing individuals from the country, it is also encouraging those residing illegally to self-deport. This self-deportation push is accompanied by television ads threatening action against people in the U.S. illegally and social media images depicting immigration enforcement arrests and migrants being sent to a prison in El Salvador. The Trump administration has often portrayed self-deportation as a way for migrants to maintain their ability to return to the United States legally in the future. President Trump suggested this on Monday while speaking to reporters at the White House. He mentioned that immigrants who self-deport might have a chance to return legally eventually if they're good people and love our country. He added, and if they aren't, they won't. Aaron Reichlin-Melnick, a senior fellow at the American Immigration Council, which advocates for immigrants, expressed caution regarding the latest offer from Homeland Security. He noted that it can be detrimental for individuals to leave the country and not contest their case in immigration court, especially if they are already in removal proceedings. If migrants are in removal proceedings and fail to appear in court, they can automatically receive a deportation order, and leaving the country usually counts as abandoning many applications for relief, including asylum applications. The process can be intricate, and Homeland Security has not indicated close coordination with immigration courts to ensure no repercussions for individuals in immigration court if they depart, he said. People's immigration status is not as simple as this makes it out to be, Reichlin-Melnick stated. He questioned the source of funding and authorization for these payments, suggesting they are necessary because the administration cannot arrest and remove as many people as promised, so it must encourage voluntary departures. They're not getting their numbers, he said. As part of its self-deportation effort, the Trump administration has transformed an app previously used by the Biden administration to allow nearly 1 million migrants to schedule appointments to enter the country into a tool for migrants to return home. Under the Biden administration, it was called CBP One. Now it's dubbed CBP Home. Homeland Security reported that thousands of migrants have used the app to self-deport. Mark Krikorian, who leads the Center for Immigration Studies advocating for reduced immigration, stated that he does not view paying people to leave as an admission of failure in Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. Given the millions of people residing illegally in the country, he explained that it is impossible to deport all of them, so the administration must combine its enforcement efforts with encouraging voluntary departures. Krikorian supports the idea of paying migrants to leave, but questioned its practical implementation. How do you ensure they've actually gone home? Do you make them sign an agreement where they agree not to challenge their removal if they were to come back? He asked. The execution matters, but the concept is sound. This approach has been tried before. Other countries have implemented various iterations of paying migrants to return home. There is a reason it is attractive to governments seeking to encourage migrants to leave. It costs less to purchase a plane ticket and offer incentive money than it does to locate, detain if necessary, wait for court rulings on their case, and then send them home. The Department of Homeland Security reported that it costs $17,121 and to arrest, detain, and remove someone residing illegally in the U.S. Voluntary returns do not require extensive government-to-government negotiations to repatriate citizens, which can be a significant benefit. Some countries either refuse to accept their citizens being returned by U.S. immigration enforcement officials or make that process challenging. A 2011 study by the Migration Policy Institute and the European University Institute found approximately 128 programs, often referred to as pay-to-go programs, worldwide. However, the study found that with few exceptions, such as one program in the 1990s returning people from Germany to Bosnia, these voluntary return programs generally failed at encouraging large numbers of people to go home. It remains unclear whether these programs resulted in migrants taking payments actually staying in their home countries and not attempting to emigrate again.